Just flow with it. Just when you get to flow with it. Flowing is really his way of saying surrender. Surrender to your situation. Surrendering is very different than settling. I'm not about to sell you a pipe dream that you can buy one duplex a year for the next 10 years and you think you're going to retire from your 9 to 5 in two. That doesn't make sense. Of course, I went over and above and beyond. I did a 32-page document. He read every word of that thing and he loved it. Your tough time could literally be your subconscious putting you through this because it knows that something is out of alignment.
Alright. Let's go. Yes. Can never play a part, y'all start. Nah. So real, it's all so live. It's better than success from the east to the west. Worldwide.
Welcome to episode 174 of the Better Than Success podcast. I'm your host, Nicole Purvey. I have so much stuff to update you guys on. I don't even know where to even start with updating you guys. Let's just hop right into it. For those of you who have been following this wild journey that I've been on last year, the year that shall not be named, the one that ended in 4, I don't say that year's name, was a really difficult year for me. It was a difficult year for a lot of people. It's crazy. I'm sure it was a difficult year for you as well. If it wasn't, I love that for you. I really, really do. But it was just a difficult year for a lot of people. And the icing on the cake, it came to like a climax for me around Christmas Eve when my website was hacked. And I've been talking to you about how I've been offloading my property, my portfolio of single family 1 to 4 unit properties because I'm starting a $15 million real estate fund with 2 of my friends. I'm really excited. I have some major fun news for you guys as well. So make sure you stay tuned. So I'm focusing on the fund, selling off all my properties. But in the meantime, I've been sustaining myself, which is what made 2024 difficult. I've been sustaining myself with solely my income from my real estate club, which is good income. But so cool. Okay, I'm out here with pretty much one. I'm keeping a couple of properties, so I'm not completely just out here. But I've been out here sustaining myself with just one source of income until this fund gets up and running. And on Christmas Eve, my website crashed. Okay, for those of y'all, well, not crashed, it was hacked. It was hacked on Christmas Eve. For those of y'all who know the story, just sit with me. I promise y'all gonna appreciate this. So the website was hacked, and I went from having thousands of dollars of guaranteed income per month, and nothing's guaranteed, to absolutely nothing. So from Christmas Eve, this was so crazy because Christmas Eve, I went to my dad's girlfriend's family's house. They had a Christmas Eve gathering, and their family is huge and very loving. And it was a ton of them. I was probably 30 people over there. And I was so depressed that I sat in one of the sitting rooms with no lights and I was just asleep. And they were in there having a good time. Now, part of it was because I didn't get any sleep that day. Because I was up. I only got 30 minutes of sleep the night before, but I was just not in a good space. God is so good. Oh my God. I am such a grateful woman. You'll have no idea. So from that day all the way up until, so that was a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, my site was up. I rebuilt my site because y'all know, some of you may know, I'm a ex-web designer. Rebuilt myself over the holiday. Didn't really get to enjoy Christmas the way I wanted to. And my members have been signing up. I literally, honestly, I was so caught up in the loss that I didn't even think about, my brain didn't make any projections on what was going to happen financially. And so my members signed up in troves. So much so to the point where, this is the reason why I'm telling y'all this. I told a good amount of this story last week, but I'm just catching everybody up. Okay. So just sit tight. Had that not happened, that website Heck, had it not happened, I would not have made the money that I made in the first 2 weeks of January. And I ended up making more money had it not happened. I know, crazy. So that's a huge, 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 huge blessing. But here is where really the blessing came in at. I was very nervous about redoing my site because it meant that people would have needed to re-sign up. I wanted to move to another platform. I tried to do it a couple years ago. It didn't work the way I wanted it to. And so I was forced to do this. So it was great also because now my members have a much better place to get their content, the members only content. I keep saying it's 600, but it's really closer to 2,000 trainings. I'll explain why in a minute, but 2,000 videos. Okay. All right. I'm not going to explain why. Because we have the AI mentor, and then the AI mentor has its own trainings, and then that's why. Okay. So it's really like 2,000 individual trainings that need to be loaded onto the site. We're at about 1,200 now over these last 2 weeks. So great. God is good. But now this brings us to the current point for those of you who have been listening to the podcast. This is what I want to talk about today, about how our subconscious knows when things need to be shifted. All of 2024 was difficult for me because I felt like the best way I can describe it is my reality did not reflect what I felt on the inside. Not that my reality was horrible, but my lifestyle was not what I was feeling on the inside. I am very much so an extrovert. Shout out to all the extroverts. I know you introverts have your own little secret society. Shout out to all the extroverts. I'm very much so an extrovert, and I was living a very secluded life. And my subconscious wanted to tear everything down. But in order to tear everything down, I would have needed to tear everything down. So my conscious was never going to let it happen. So I want to propose to you, for those of you who are going through a tough time, that your tough time could literally be your subconscious putting you through this because it knows that something is out of alignment. I know. All right. How do you get out of it? I'm going to tell you the one thing that I did that allowed this to happen, because I felt like I just kept fighting with reality. And reality, when you're fighting with reality, you're fighting with God, and that's just no good. I felt like I kept fighting with reality, and the website hack didn't happen until I finally submitted to my situation. And what does that look like? Okay, let's talk about what it looks like when you don't submit to your situation. Hey, my reality is not what I want it to be, and things aren't what they should be. This shouldn't be this way. This isn't supposed to happen to me. That's when you are not submitted to your situation. That's when you're fighting your situation. And while you are in battle, disagreement with your reality, there is no room for God to shift your reality. And so maybe I have a really good friend of mine. Shout out to Broadneck Mind. He's also a member of BTS. I know his name is crazy, but he's literally one of my best friends in the whole entire world. He really was kind of helping me and spiritually. And he uses this statement, this phrase, just flow with it. Just when you get to flow with it. And flowing is really his way of saying surrender. Surrender to your situation. Surrendering is very different than settling. Now, this part of this conversation is specifically to people who are having a tough time and trying to come up out of the grips and throes of 2020, that year, the year that shall not be named. It ends in 4. Um, Surrender is different than settling. Settling is when you are in a state and you are like, this is what's meant for me, nothing else is better. I can't do any better. This is just where I'm going to be. And this is the best I can do. This is what is the phrase that people use when they say this is just what's meant for me. That's settling. When you just literally give up hope. That's a better way of describing it. Settling is when you give up hope. Being hopeless is not the same as giving up hope. Sometimes you are hopeless, but you're grasping for it. You're at least looking for it. Some people just give up hope, and that's when you settle. Surrendering is not giving up hope, knowing that tomorrow or some future day is going to be better, but saying, this is where I am right now, and I am okay with where I am right now. I don't like it, but these are the cards that's dealt to me, and this is what it is. Here's another important thing about surrendering. You have to not compare yourself to other people. And I know that that's easier said than done, but I want you to consider that when you compare yourself to other people, you are not living in your journey, right? So for me, what keeps me from comparing myself to other people is just like, hey, this is my journey. This is my life. This is my show. I'm the star of the show. You might got that going on over there. That's cute. We don't know what's behind closed doors. It looks cute, but I'm not comparing myself to you because this is my journey. And I know that I am going through this journey for a reason, a good reason, and I'm going to come out good on the other end of it. And this is my journey that is designed for me to make me a better person. And it has nothing to do with anybody else, what they got going on. I'm grateful for my journey because sometimes I always, many are called, few are chosen. God will let some people get away with stuff because they ain't chosen. Okay. I am under the potter's hand. So I want you to think about that. That ain't always the case, but I want you to think about it is an honor when God chastises you because he chastises those he loves. And it may not be a chastisement. It may just be for whatever reason. There are a number of reasons that things could be happening. It may be that. So I did my goggles. I released my goggles and money journal gems, my newsletter that I put out, and that was a part of the insight that I've been embracing. Surrendering to God's blueprint. Surrender is key. If you are going through something, the key to having it turn around for you is surrendering to it. Stop trying to fight it and say, this isn't supposed to happen to me. Yes, it is. Who do you think you are? Yes, it is. Allow it to happen and say, this is where I am right now. What's the best decision I can make from this place? Not by saying this isn't supposed to happen to me. I spent many a month saying this isn't supposed to happen to me, and it kept me stagnant. Okay. All right. Um, the other thing I want to say is I created, so for those of you who may know, I created my God Goals and Money Income Accelerator last year in that wild year. Somebody just texted me. I'm sorry. I created it last year in that wild year. It was things that I knew to be true. And I thought that I created this Income Accelerator. It's 40 trainings designed to get you clarity in your business and automate your income. And I thought that I was doing it. This is so crazy. I thought that I created this Income Accelerator for you because my income was automated. And I had clarity in my business. But then my website got hacked. I literally used the principles in the God Goals and Money Income Accelerator to turn my life around in a matter of 4 days. Because I didn't have automated income when it happened in December. So I released God Goals and Money in like maybe October. Website got hacked in December. I didn't have automated income, and I used the principles in this. I promise y'all I did, to turn my life around in 4 days, 3 days, 3 or 4 days. So if you want access to this income accelerator, you need to get access right now. I think it's still on sale. I've been so caught up in the BTS Better Than Success website that I did not take the sale down from Christmas. The income accelerator is $2,000. You can still get it now for 1,000 and a payment plan of like $200 a month for 6 months or something like that. I can't remember, but it's something like that. Until I remember to go and take this sale down, y'all need to sign up for it. I'll place the link down below. If you're still on the edge about it, I promise y'all this program is game changer. It For those of you who don't know, the three most talked about topics in the Bible is God himself, goals, which is the kingdom, covenants, promises, actual goals that he gives to people, and money. There are a lot of scriptures about money in it. And so I take you through uh this program so you can get clarity in your business and automate your income. Okay, all the links down below. There is a free webinar that you can watch that I take you through the 4-part framework for God Goals and Money. And then from there, you should be convinced. Sign up for it. I promise y'all, I'm going to raise the price back in like a few days. Okay. I have a lot of stuff going on. All right. Let's talk about the $15 million real estate fund. This is serious, y'all. So me and my partners, we decided, actually, I went home to Philadelphia for an event that I did September 28th. The event was on September 28th. Met up with my really good friends. I came up with this idea while we were meeting up that we were going to do a fund. And they were like, let's do it. And we hit the ground running. We put together our pitch deck. We did all the things and got a bunch of interest, started having a bunch of conversations, and then decided that we were going to join this program that teaches people how to set up funds. And so I'm really grateful that we did, because even though we were doing things the right way, because we're all smart and we're educated and we know things and we know a lot of things, there were some finely crossed T's and finely dotted I's that we needed to dot and cross. I said that all wrong, but y'all know what I mean. Just some details that the program brought up that we needed to dot and cross. So it kind of slowed us down just a little bit. In the meantime, while we were signing up for this program, I think before we even decided to sign up for this program, I pitched this idea to my partners in the fund about this investing strategy. And the reason why I came up with a niche investing strategy is because I'm a marketer. That's what I do for real. I'm a marketer. I feel like I'm a business development person at the end of the day. Like some of y'all think I'm a real estate person. I'm really a business development person. That's what I do. I'm a strategist. I actually have one client. I'm not taking on any clients. She's my only client. And we were talking the other day and we were just basically like, that's the value that I bring. I'm a very good strategist. And with the fund, I'm like, something's just not right. So like, hey guys, we need to like do this investing strategy. I put together a proposal and everything for them. I can't tell y'all what it is just yet. We'll just call it, the name of our fund is called Invictus Elite Capital. Okay. That's the name of our fund. So let's just call this investing strategy the Invictus Elite Way. Okay. I can't tell y'all what it is just yet. I will tell it to y'all. Like y'all gonna know sooner than later, and y'all gonna be like, this is brilliant. So with this program that we're in, it's a $34,000 program. With this program that we're in, they take you through 4 phases, and you don't get access to phase 2 until you complete phase 1. And so we went through phase 1, and I took everything that we did, including our Invictus Elite Way, and put it into a 32-page document because we had to meet with our coach from the program so that we can get approved to go to the next phase. And so we met with our coach last week, and he loved. Of course, I went over and above and beyond. I did a 32-page document. He read every word of that thing. And he loved it. He loved it. I mean, this guy, he seems to really know his stuff. Did a little research on him because a part of this community that we are a part of, they have, I think it's like maybe 10 coaches. And so this coach was really good for us. A very, very smart dude. Really smart. I really admire his intellect. Only I admire his intellect because he admires mine. Anyways, he was like, this is a really good idea. So I'm so excited about that. I'm really, really, really excited about that. What I want you to take away from this, I didn't tell you the story just for self-grandizement. Maybe I did. I don't know. But what I want you to take away from it, and this is one of the things that I do as a business strategist, I'm always looking for ways for you or my client or myself to create a new lane and be first of it. There's a book called 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing. And the first law is be the first in any category. And then the second law is if you can't be first, create a new category and be first in that. So what does that mean? That means that there's unlimited ways for you to differentiate yourself. Unlimited ways for you to differentiate yourself. Like right now for Better Than Success, our real estate club, this is all about scaling up. This is not about, hey, just be some small time mom and pop investor. Now, you may do that as a part of your journey, be a small mom and pop investor, but most people join the Better Than Success Real Estate League because they want to quit their jobs. I'm not about to sell you a pipe dream that you can buy duplexes, one duplex a year for the next 10 years, and you think you're going to retire from your 9 to 5 in 2. That doesn't make sense. So the way that I'm differentiating myself, which is based on reality, is we are here to get you to scale. Not overnight. You have to go through different phases, but you are going, the goal when you walk in is to get you to scale. That's the only way you're going to be able to live your real estate dream. Now, if you want to just sit and do 1 and 2 deals at a time, you consider that phase. We will give you as much milk as possible. You consider that phase. But this is for people who are very serious. And I don't mean serious in doing big deals, but serious about going on this journey. Because you may go on the journey and then stop at phase 2. Because I think I have 3 phases for scaling up. Okay. You may stop at phase 2 and that's okay, but at least you were committed when you started. All right. So back to this, creating your own niche, your own conversation is like so important. Don't go and do what everybody else is doing. Create your own conversation so that it tells a story about who you are. So like, for instance, with Better Than Success, the story is I didn't scale quick enough. That was another thing about that last year. I should have scaled 2 years before, for real. And I knew I should have. I just took some bad advice from somebody. And I think it was just a lot of things swirling in my head. I should have scaled quicker and I didn't. And I don't want that for you. So that's how I feel about that. Okay. So the next thing I want to talk about is, you know what? Before we can go into that, if you want to join Better Than Success right now, we have a 25% off, 20% off sale. Here's the kicker. This is real important. I need you to understand this. Come the end of this month, January 2025, come February, you will not be able to join Better Than Success. I am closing the doors to new members because we're all about scaling. It's gotta be manageable for me. I want to be able, I called a member today to welcome her in. I like being able to do that. Also, I want to focus on my fun. Also, y'all need scarcity, period, point blank. So right now you can get in at 20% off. That discount is going to go away, and then you won't be able to get it at all. You'll only be able to get it on special circumstances because I have to focus on this fund, y'all. I have to focus on the fund. That's where my head is at. That's where my heart is at. That's where, my heart is always going to be with BTS, but when I'm in selling mode, like if I keep the doors open, I'm always going to be thinking about that money. And sometimes you don't want to trip over dollars to pick up pennies. So like that money, the BTS money is good money, but what I'm trying to get at is money. Like we pitched our fund. We pitched our fund to a really good colleague, a really good friend of the family. He was like, y'all know I love y'all, but I'm already in a fund like this. It's $200 million. And they've been doing me real good. So if you got a fund for $200 million, I'm telling you all right now, those fund managers are probably making a couple mil a year, more than a couple mil a year. This also important to note that this particular friend of the family is stupid wealthy, and he's got this community of friends in the South Bay where I live, and all of them are really wealthy. They all own planes. They all drive. They all have a fleet of exotic classic cars. They just went to this event. Dang, I wish I can remember the name of it. But it was like $30,000 to get in this event, and it's wild. I don't want to share because I don't want to tell too much about his identity, but not that he would even care. I've been thinking about. I think I want to bring him on a podcast soon, which we're going to have some guests on here very, very soon as well. I'm going to bring my one client. I'm going to bring her on here, and then my partners for the fund, I'm going to bring them on as well. So be on the lookout for that. But that's the real money. That's the real money. That's the real money. I'm sorry. You know what? This mic is probably charged up by now. It is. Okay. That's better. I don't got to do that no more. My mom is going to watch this and she's like, that was so annoying. You holding your mic. I already know him. I already know her. I said him because I'm thinking about this next section that I want to talk about. Bible verse that I'm currently decoding. Proverbs 23:9, and the person that inspired is a him. Speak not in the ears of fools, for he will despise the wisdom of thy words. Don't argue with fools, y'all. They are committed to misunderstanding you, and just don't do it. Don't speak. The Bible says, speak not in the ears of a fool. Don't even talk to these jokers, for he will despise the wisdom of your words. So when you're speaking wisdom, as opposed to someone who's not a fool, if you're giving them advice or you're speaking wisdom, they will feel convicted, right? And they'll say, oh, okay. A fool will be like, she don't know what she's talking about. He's stupid. He does it. Whatever. Don't, please, y'all. Let them win. This is somebody that's been arguing with a fool. This is for you. Let them win. You don't get no stripes in winning an argument with a fool. You don't get a bouquet for that. There's no parade for that. Okay? And the other thing is, I want you to stop caring about what they think, because you're arguing with them because you care about their opinion. But remember, they're a fool. Why would you care about an opinion of a fool? In fact, whatever the fool's opinion is, you should strive for the opposite. Oh, you think that's cool? Okay. That's really corny. You think it's cool? It's really corny. You think that's corny? Oh, that must be cool. I need to go over here then. Okay. All right. The next thing I want to talk about in the Journal Gems, I talk about this book called Predictable Success. I've talked about it multiple times on different platforms and different things. It's a really good book. I'm not going to go in details. If you want access to Journal Gems, place the link down below. I'll give you access. It's a free newsletter, and I usually write a good amount of stuff in it. So sometimes I put books that I like in here. Predictable Success. I do want to talk a little bit about it. There are 7 stages in business based on what this guy says. Early struggle, that's the startup phase where the business fights to survive and establishes market presence. Fun, this is the exciting growth phase driven by creativity and energy, but lacking structure. Whitewater, complexity sets in as the business grows, requiring new systems, processes, and leadership styles to navigate the chaos. Predictable success, this is the pinnacle. So, like if you're thinking about an arch, right? Everything that I said was here, and then predictable success is here, and then the rest of them is going down here. The optimal stage where systems and creativity are balanced, allowing the business to scale efficiently and thrive with minimal crisis management. Treadmill, this is after if you overshoot predictable success. Over systemization starts to take hold, leading to loss of innovation and entrepreneurial energy. The big rut, stagnation occurs as bureaucracy and complacency dominate, making it hard to regain momentum. Death rattle, the final stage where the business becomes unsustainable and eventually collapses. I'm gonna tell y'all, prior to the crazy thing about this is prior to the website hack for Better Than Success, I had started to wake up a little bit. I will tell you, my business was either in treadmill or the big rut, which is on the decline side after predictable success. And I started to wake up and like make a bunch of changes. And then the website hack happened. And then it literally overnight, this is why I talk about submitting to your situation, overnight put me back in whitewater, which is great. Whitewater is right before predictable success. Again, that's complexity sets in as the business grows, requiring new systems, processes, and leadership styles to navigate the chaos. Because right now I am on a bean. I'm not on Instagram. It's not clouding my head. I'm barely looking on TikTok right now. Like I'm so laser focused and so clear that I can handle so much. I can handle a lot of things and juggle a lot of things. And complexity sets in as the business grows, right? So we just literally grew overnight. I just did a sale. We got a bunch of new members coming in, and we need new systems. I already started mapping out new systems. I need another person. My brother has been helping us. I'm excited. So, but the good thing is it literally took us from one stage and put us back in another stage overnight. That's how miraculous God is. And so I already done been from whitewater to predictable success. All I got to do is work. I'm so excited. Okay. All right. The next thing I want to talk about is events that you need to know about. For those of you who are BTS members, Tuesday, Dale Analysis Lab and Tutoring. We're not going to finish. We're going to do part 2 of Art's apartment building analysis. If you missed part 1, please go back and watch that. If you're a member, we did napkin underwriting. And then Wednesday, we're going to do our mastermind series, our deal makers and fundraisers mastermind series. We're going to be talking about sourcing your own real estate deals, direct to seller, one-on-one. Dom Summers is going to be teaching that. And then on Thursday, I'm going to do God Goals and Money, spiritual productivity. I can't wait. I know exactly what I'm going to teach you. I was actually going to talk about it on here. I wrote it out, but we're already 33 minutes and we're not going to have enough time. I'm going to teach it in God Goals and Money. And then on January 30th, we have a BTS secret invite only multifamily meetup. Members only right now. I probably will have some spots for non-members, but as of right now, this is members only. It's a secret multifamily meetup. We're working on some stuff. I can't wait to share it with you. And that's it for today. I feel like I got other stuff I want to share with you, but get access to God Goals and Money Income Accelerator. I promise y'all it's going to change your life. I just did it and turned my business around in 4 days. I mean it. And join BTS because after a while you won't be able to. And we're all focused on scaling up. So if you came here to play small, this is not for you. If you came here to get busy, we will handhold you through the small phase. This is not, oh, come and be intimidated. This is not that, because everybody here started off small or they're still starting off small. This is not that. This is a blueprint, a hand holding from nothing to foundation to scale. And it's going to take some time. I'm not telling you you're going to get there in a year. It's going to take a couple years. And that's okay. We're going to do this thing together. All right. I love y'all. I want y'all to have an amazing day. And I'll see y'all soon.
Let's go. Yes. Can never play a part, y'all start. So real, it's all so live. It's better than success from the east to the west. Worldwide, it's all so live. Yes. Knowledge seeming vast, politicking over cash. This podcast is also live. It's better than success. It's better than success from the east to the west. It's worldwide, it's also live. Kicking the roll it down. BTS Connect, stay busy. You know now, only less enlightened like who is she? It's Nikki. Pay your mind bound to drop a gem on ya. But you hear it now, puts it down like the signature. Run and hit it, ya. A business mind frame exhibitor. Ain't no pitting ya. Against the modern style literature. Beyond expenditure, I give you something that'll stick with you forever. Better than success, none better. You know the flavor. You never play a part, y'all star. So real and also live. It's better than success from the east to the west. It's worldwide and also live. Knowledge seeming vast, politicking over cash. This podcast is also live. It's better than success from the east to the west. It's worldwide and also live. So now what you gon' do? It's so real, it's also live. It's better than success from the east to the west. Worldwide and also live. Yeah. It's better than success. It's all Scott.